Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I have a really good call where you're gonna just hear basically how I'm saving them house from foreclosure. Man, there's so many ways that you can do this, and this is one way, right? That you can help sellers out. Man, that's the goal. Always look for how you are providing a solution, and not be looking at your wallet. 100%. Shout out to Shanita St. Clair, the realtor that's on this deal, that understands creative financing to the point that she can articulate it to the sellers, and her as an agent know how she has so many tools in her belt that she can just help sellers out with. So without further ado, take a listen, pick apart what you want to pick apart, and comment down below, subscribe of course, like the video for the algorithm, because I got some really good stuff coming, man. I just want to share it, this is what helped me. This is what got me to where I'm at, and tons of other stuff that's in the works for this, man. So hope you enjoy. Let's get to it.
206.
Yeah, so that's probably what's just what's going on with it. I just think it's just the market. You probably don't have a ton of equity, like stuff like that. I see it like what's happening right
Yep.
now is
2
just
years.
that. Say it again.
We only have the house for 2 years.
Yeah, so
Not even. Just before we moved out, just before 2 years.
Oh, okay, yeah. So what would happen is, even if it could possibly sell, you end up having to bring money to the table just because of the equity split. It's not none anything there. So the benefit with that is that this allows you to, your credit will increase. Like you start seeing it increase over time too, because it'll show you have a performing note. And if you wanted to get another property, it has your entitlements. They just calculated to see what you are still able to get. I don't know. Did y'all have plans to buy like soon?
Probably like we're in Maryland until 2027.
Okay.
So,
not soon, but within the next 5 years.
But once we're thinking
100%. That's perfect. So what'll happen is your entitlements. You still have those entitlements even if this is attached. I don't know what that amount is. They have a calculator for you all, and even in 5 years they can actually refinance out because the rates are dropped by then. Hopefully, just with this administration coming in, it may change a little bit. It may get a little bad. Just what they're projecting. But
so like what I've heard, so I'm taking a sociology class right now. So we are talking about the economy in this last chapter. And I brought up to Shanita, a lot of the, my classmates either have been in the process of buying a house, or their parents trying to buy a house, or their parents are realtors. And they were telling one of the, cause we're all in our 20s. So this one person wanted to buy a house, and it's like, wait, there's going to be a recession. Don't buy right now.
Yeah,
so that's my concern of why things aren't moving. Because they said a lot of houses are going to foreclose, and I got very anxious because if we don't get someone in the house by December 31st, foreclosure starts. So if we can get something rolling, that would be best, because we don't want a foreclosure on our credit.
No, 100%. That's the benefit of when a person comes in to take a payment, because just like with the difference between a car and a house is that the title transfers once the car is paid off. But with a house, as soon as you sign at the closing table, the deed gets recorded in the new buyer's name,
Yeah.
And that's the benefit they have. They're not looking for like an immediate fix and flip. It'll be a long-term thing, because historically, just like you described, the recessions was happening when the Republicans was in office, right?
Yep.
That's when it happens. So we already know that's coming. As to a degree, that's even Elon Musk, who's a part of the cabinet, said it. He said that it's going to get really bad, and then it's going to be good. That's their plan, so that to crash everything, and then build it back up. So you're exactly right when it comes to that. The projections, anyway.
It's funny because like right now the economy is actually trying to improve, and it's just going to crash, and it's just going to be very fun for everyone.
It truly is. It's a time where you want to study how to move within these next 4 years. 100%.
Yeah.
Like it's no time to like complain if you voted Harris or whatever. Forget that. That's done. It's about how can you adapt in what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
100%. So I think that's the best the route, and then it allows y'all to have that peace of mind that it's getting paid. And then if it's not get paid, the best thing you can have happen if this goes through is a person stop paying their payment. I know that sounds really bad, but it's great for you because the house is new. It's updated. It's nothing the same in there. And you just basically double dip. That's the best way of saying it, of keeping the money that you received, or if any money involved, I don't know. And then, or you keep your credit too, and you can eventually sell it later on because now it's equity inside of the house.
Okay. So you can go first.
I was just going to ask, so if you're willing to take over the payment of the home, would you also be willing to take over the payment for the AC unit, since it is kind of, attached to the house? And
you got an AC unit with a payment on it?
Yes.
So we had to. So the first
summer we owned the house, literally like the old AC unit died.
Like
a month after we got into the house. So
we had to replace the entire main unit, AC unit. So that was about $9,000 that we are paying on, and it's like $150 a month.
For how long?
I think I can check right now.
That was one of the documents that I had sent over.
Okay, I take it. Sorry, I haven't looked at any paperwork.
You have 108 payments left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So roughly like 9 years. 108 payments. No, you said 108 payments. I'm thinking 108 months. I'm like, why would it be 9 years for AC unit?
Like a $5 payment.
Yeah, I'm like, hold up. Why would it be that long? But okay, 108. So, and it's monthly payments, I assume?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just roughly a little over 2 years. Okay. I can factor all of that in. But I think the first step is trying to see what the bank will say. Like what
I call them right now and ask if they'd be okay with that.
Yeah, and just give me authorization to speak with you. Say Chad Glover, he's a financial advisor, friend of ours, helping us with these payments so we can continue to keep the home, to occupy the home. And
so is it technically basically just renting the house? Kind
me?
of?
No. So they will own it.
Yeah, so they would own it, but if they don't pay the payments, we would get it back? Or?
Yes, yeah, because it goes back to you. Because it's your mortgage. It's still your mortgage in there too. So you just file and it'll be written up. It's like you still hold the lien on there because your name, your mortgage is there. The difference between the mortgage and the deed are two separate things, right?
Okay.
They are independent of each other. It's kind of like if you go buy groceries in a grocery store with a credit card, right?
Okay.
The credit card doesn't own the groceries. You own them, and the receipt shows you paid for them. So that's just like a deed. The groceries are like property. That receipt is like a deed. The deed says, hey, this person owned these groceries or this house. This credit card, I need to pay that back though every month because I paid for those groceries,
Yeah.
That's how you can now equate it to where, it's like two separate things,
Okay. So say they do make all the payments on time and they can own the house for however long.
Yeah, they can own it forever. It does nothing to it's a thing called due on sale clause. And what that is, it means what it sounds like. Like say your bank looks at it and say, oh, Miss Opel doesn't own this property anymore. Why is that? But her name is on the mortgage. So they'll call a thing called due on sale and send a paper out. Super easy. From the beginning, you can do a couple of things. You can put it in a trust, a land trust, and make the new owners will make themselves the beneficiaries of that trust. So your name still shows up like on a deed, like it's never been transferred. It's just sitting there. And then, or two, we just deed it back to you on a land contract. and then transferred it again later. You get all
Okay.
of these documents like power of attorneys and like quick claim deed. You get all of these documents and stuff like that at closing too. Insurance authorizations. It normally I've never had it called before, and it's like a rarity too. Out of this huge community of over 20,000 people, it's a handful of them has ever happened. But it's ways to deal with it. It's not nothing that's like like scary or whatever.
Okay. So say that the person wants to move. Do they have any rights to want to sell, or
Yeah.
they just?
They
Okay.
do. They have, because again, they own the property. Their name
Yeah.
is on the deed. You own the mortgage. So once they pay it, once they sell it, it just pays off your mortgage. That's it.
Okay. That was
Yeah.
where I was wondering.
Or they can refinance it. Once equity in, they can refinance, and then again, it'll pay off your mortgage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds so much better. So how would the buying process go? Like, would we? So I know when we were talking about buying, there's the due diligence and the whole 9 yards with that.
Yeah.
Would it still be the same process, and would there still be closing?
Yes.
Or okay.
Mm-hmm. They still go inspect it, make sure it is like a home, an actual home that looks like the pictures or whatever this information inside of that folder. And then they also go to a title attorney that do a title search. Of course, they're going to pull up and they're going to see all of the hopefully before we get to that point too, that these things will start being resolved. So whenever it's, and again too, so if we're in the process, if they accept this thing that we are asking them, we do not close while you're in the middle of that process. Because now it changes. They'll be like, okay, why is this change happening when they trying to do this, right? Because they looking at the loan. If that makes sense. It's like that caused the due on sale, that causes like interruptions. You want to wait till it's finalized and then we close the property. But in that meantime, it's being paid. It's just now under a warranty deed that's showing like, hey, like if you wanted to cheat them, for lack of a better phrase, and say, no, I'm gonna let them pay it and then I'm gonna just keep the house. No, it'll be under warranty deed. That's what protects them, of you getting missing or abducted by an alien. Some weird stuff happening right now, So if that
There's
was
aliens in the ocean, so we might
yeah,
not
yeah,
know.
right. People think it's a game. It's like a real thing, So, but yeah, if that ever happens, that's what would it'll
Okay.
just it puts on a warranty deed. We wait till it finalizes. You got to sign the paper right. They send you something to initiate it. They send you something to finalize it, and then your portal opens up to where now you're making payments online. They'll go in and change your online information and all of those things, and from there, that's when they'll close it. 30 days later, like 2 to 4 weeks, they'll change the insurance on it, replace it with a new lender, and possibly keep you all as what you call a secondary beneficiary of the insurance, and that allows you then to make claims and stuff. So
To take over.
Just have to
no, hold on. Is he
Okay.
talking to the bank?
Yes.
No, he can't say what I think he just said.
Don't.
Okay, one moment. My apologies. I actually have the investor and he'll explain it.
No,
My apologies.
no,
My apologies. Never mind.
no. Hang up. Just start over. Tell him to
You
hang
weren't
up.
listening.
My
Okay.
apologies.
Tell him to hang up, please.
He did.
I did.
Oh
Sorry,
yes, yes. So listen, what's your name? Sorry, I've been calling you. I've been looking at. Her name pops up on here.
You're good.
So you can't say you are selling a home. Like you missed a part of the conversation is a thing called due on sale clause, right?
We're on sale clause. Okay.
Yeah, that means that it'll say name is on this mortgage, but his name is not on this deed anymore. What does that mean? So they'll send you a paper saying, hey, we want to call the loan like due right now, meaning pay it in full. Because a mortgage, for example, is not the owner of the house, right? Two separate things. But how they get paid is that I own this house. This person owned this house who owned this mortgage. So it's like a lien. So if it transfers, they're going to say, hey, I want all of this paid. So it triggers a due on sale. We have to basically deed it back to you on a land trust or a land contract, and then go through the process again, right? It's not like a scary or a thing like that, but it is a real thing. But the reason why I wanted to stop you right now wasn't because of that, because you was basically about to tell them that you have no intentions of keeping the home. You can't say,
Okay.
yeah, you can't say that. You got to say that you are occupying it, which technically you is. Like it hasn't been sold or anything yet. So yes, I have intentions to keep, but what I'm going to do is I am going to see. I have Chad here is one that can speak with you. And he's going to help us like start making the payments or ask what type of programs we have available to do so I can keep the house. Like I can start making the payments and keep them up.
So
Do you want me
currently,
to recall them so that I can just say, hey, I have Chad here who's going to assist me?
like when we before we spoke to you, we told them that we were selling the property.
That's okay.
So,
Yeah. That change all the time. People change their
Okay.
mind all the time. That's not an issue. Yeah. So we
Okay.
have intention to keep, and we have Chad here who's going to help us make these payments. Like start making them monthly. If you want to put us on a trial period, we haven't caught up by this time.
Yeah.
So
No, I need to wait until
Okay. My
when
apologies.
we call with him to talk instead of
Okay.
you starting.
you can, if you have it on the speaker, you can put me on speaker and just say, hey, I have someone on the line, Chad Glover. He's a financial advisor of ours. And that's basically what I'm doing. I'm not telling you to lie. I'm advising you
Yeah.
financially. And he's going to just run through some options and some questions for you. So I'm going to ask like a ton of questions, like, hey, this is what we're intending to do. And what was the reason? And they're actually about the reasons that you had. So yes, we just had some, I don't know what the financial hardship that you would say.
So the financial hardship that we went through was, so first we had to do the military move. So it was packing and getting everything. And then we had a tenant that was living in the house and she stopped paying rent. So we had to cover our rent and the mortgage. And it just became impossible because we just couldn't afford it.
Yeah. Just so to summarize it to them, just be like, yeah, we had some issues with just affording it through our job. Now we are fine. And well as Chad is here in the property is going to be making these payments to catch them up, as well as continuing them on with us during the duration. That's all you got to say.
Okay.
I just don't want you to touch. So think of it like this: like that your intentions is to keep, and that you got to have some type of hardship, whatever that is. Don't say like we move, because they're gonna say, okay, do you stay in the house? What you mean you move, right? Because they trying to figure out if you occupying the house. Because remember, their goal is this: the only way we get paid is if this person owns this, because I own the lien, right?
Yeah. So I think I already still have it in record that this is not we now live here. Like all of the bills for like the statements come to the address we are currently at.
Yeah, that's fine. Just tell them that they're like, hey, this is what we do. We still intending to keep it. We have myself here that's paying it along with us, so we able to afford it. We just fell back due to the previous person we had there as well, And this we have signed on. Like I'm gonna sign on a long-term lease, essentially, like I said in air quotes, because it's actually ownership, right? So it'll be being paid for the duration, essentially. They just want assurance. That's all it is.
Yeah.
They don't care about. They truly don't care about the house. No bank do. They just care about the money. They want the money. That's it.
Do you want me to call them back real quick?
Yeah, and you can put me on speaker. You can stay right here.
Yep. I'll keep them off of speaker until we actually get it on
yeah, my name is Chad Glover. Whenever you do. What's up, Shanita? You getting sharp with this call right here, so we can close back. We can close.
Yeah.
We trying to get like 3 deals a month between you and I, starting January.
Oh yeah. Listen, I got a book full of notes. I don't know if you can see. I'm their agent. I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Where you out of, Shanita?
I'm in Raleigh.
Raleigh. Oh, cool. I'm in Charlotte, so I'll be up in Raleigh all the time. I'm about to close a property in Clayton right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. It's
Nice,
a
nice.
4,300 square foot home. It's huge. About 6 acres. It's weird up there. They won't let me subdivide the acreage or nothing like that.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
so I
yeah.
got my partners trying to figure something out for us right now.
Johnson County.
Oh man, yeah, they different. Like, what you gonna do with 6 acres right here and all this, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll talk more online. I'm about to DM you my number too.
Okay. Oh well, it's in your
Oh, now we're already on the text
Oh, yeah.
thread. I just forgot about that. Yeah.
Yep.
So I text you after all of this stuff. We'll set some stuff up.
Okay. Sounds good. I may have another property coming up. Do you do $1 million properties?
Yeah, this creative. I got a 1.1 million closing December the 6th.
Nice.
Well, it's
Okay.
cash though. It's actually cash. I'm getting it for 720.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's $1 million they open to creative.
I don't know. I'll know more about it on Monday.
So how I look at it, if it's say $1 million ARV, of course I'm a fix and flipper as well. I just gotta be able to make a fee off of it from the flip.
It's a little more. It's a little more than $1 million. It's more like 4.
It's 4 million.
Yeah.
So what they want for it?
That I'll find out on Monday.
Okay, yeah. And if it don't, we can structure something creative. Is it in Raleigh?
Yes, it's in Raleigh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. It can be something structured creatively. It don't matter.
Okay.
I got another one right now too. And where is this house at? I'm about to say it's Raleigh. No, it's in Dallas. It's in Dallas. Sorry.
Dallas. Yep.
Yeah.
A little small town. Yep.
Yeah. It's in Dallas. Like 33 units. He want like 4.5 for it. So
Nice.
I'm sending him offer today for it.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm hoping he get it, take it.
He will.
It's a good
He will.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's definitely a good time.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I'm working on trying to get creative and on the investing side. I think I got the buying and selling down pack, and I got my ducks in a row now, so I'm ready to jump out there.
Oh yeah. You got a resource. I hold meetups too, as well as my partner Lizette.
Okay.
She hosts meetups in that area. I do them in Charlotte. I go around too. I come time.
I was going to say I travel. I'll go to Charlotte. I'll go anywhere but the mountains right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I go all over for sure.
Nice. Is North Carolina the only state that you invest in or
No.
do business in?
Georgia too.
Agree with helped.
Okay.
He on there now?
All right, one moment.
Hey, we'll be able to. I'm gonna tell you.
Yes, they are.
Better say print it so people can copy that calculator off.
I have a financial
That calculator.
the phone as well.
People be able to use it multiple.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a plan for you. Hold on. As soon as we get off this call.
I mean,
shoot.
I think once I get a time, I could build it on a web page.
All right,
You
thank
have
you.
a website?
I'm making one.
ChadGlover.com?
I'm making one.
Yes,
I'm
I
about to
am.
buy that URL today, actually. ChadGlover.com. Pork bun.
You bought it?
I'm about to. Go to pork
Yes,
bun.
Okay, then let me buy it quickly and I'll sell you for 1,000.
No, nah, man, don't do that. Go
Yes,
to
I
pork
do.
bun.
No, let me buy it.
Man, if you buy my thing, I'm gonna be so bad. Now go to I'm gonna use pork bun.
Sounds good. Don't.
What?
Cheap.
It's my
go with GoDaddy or
Sandy.
something.
Tech guy, man. Tech guys are integrators. So
Very.
oh, he can hear me? Sorry.
No, he's a tech guy.
Oh, is he? What you program? I got a ton of business for you, brother.
I don't do programming. I'm mainly infrastructure with like virtual machines, servers, switch routers.
Okay. What is that, Sandeep? He's shaking his head.
I mean,
so
like
he
I
must-
do IBM software, yes. So similar.
Okay. Oh, okay.
One moment. You're on the line?
Hey, can you hear me?
I am.
Hey, how you doing, ma'am? My name is Chad Glover. I know exactly.
Pretty good, thank you. This is Vanessa with Home Care. Please be advised that this call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes. I am a debt collector, and any information obtained will be used for that purpose. This mortgage is currently due for 5 payments. Total due is $8,051.61. Are we paying that today?
Yes, I was calling to get any update to see what they are able to do to stop the foreclosure if they were to start making those payments on there. That's what I'm here to do for them. Is just start making the payments on them. We don't have the full amount, but we can put on a if you had like a payment plan or anything like that.
We currently do have a payment plan. Right now, with the mortgage due for 5 payments, we would need 4 out of those 5 payments, and then on that 5th payment, we can set up a repayment plan.
Okay, what was that? What would that come out to be?
Let me take a look here.
So that's
about
is that the only?
$6,335.68.
I'm sorry. What did you say? You cut out.
$6,335.68.
Okay. And that has to be due by the 31st.
It needs to, so to set up the repayment plan, that payment would have to be made no later than Saturday. There's only 30 days in the month, so we could schedule that payment today, Friday, or Saturday, and then set up the repayment plan for the remaining of the delinquency.
For this Saturday, and then to bring the payment. Okay. Was it any type of other programs that they can get? Any type of like modifications or anything, or forbearances?
We can get it into review for modification as well. What's the reason the loan has fallen behind on payments? So
Yes.
the loan fell behind on payments because of just. I'll let him say it.
Can you hear me? Hey, excuse me. Hello. Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
I can hear you. I'm not sure who that additional voice was.
Oh,
I
oh.
don't have any other authorizations besides.
Oh, it's
Zach
just
and
me.
Jack.
So
Sorry,
what?
so-
That. Hold on.
So I am the other person on the mortgage.
These folks.
Okay,
Listen,
perfect.
bro.
I do see your name.
Yeah.
Please be advised quality assurance purposes.
They have to
I
find
am
the
a debt
process
collector and any information obtained will be used for that purpose, but you are welcome to speak. I do have you on this account as well.
Okay. So the hardship was that if Alyssa wanted to spell as well, is that they was like moving as well, doing through their military, what their field is, and they just fell behind on payment. So what I was here to do was just to pay all of that, like basically giving them the money for it, and then I'll be staying with them as well. So I'll be taking over with the payments and helping them out, so they won't go through this again. They just for right now, it's just due to all of the holiday stuff as well. It's just if they can start like making the regular monthly payments, that's fine, and then catch up to like a trial period. That's something that's really doable. 6,000 in like 3 days would be kind of cutting it close. But if we was able to make like the $1,600 payments or even $3,200, like 2 payments up front, that may be more doable, and then just carry on as the mortgage is.
Okay, so the repayment plan options is those 4 out of 5 payments this month, or 5 out of 6 payments next month. So if in December they can come up with $7,863.77, we could set up the repayment plan. If income going forward allows, we could also do it with less down, but that would be a much higher payment monthly.
No, so
Is there a chance we could get $4,000 before the end of the month?
no. What is the modification program that you had first?
So for modification, we can get them in to review for a modification. There's 3 options available with that. The first one would be bringing the loans back on track and taking the terms back to 30 years. If that's not an option, we'd look at putting this delinquency back into the balance and stretching out the terms to 40 years. If that's not an option, then it would be reviewed for the VA servicing purchase program,
which then we would transfer this loan over to the VA. They would bring it on track, and the whole file would transfer. So going forward, you make payments to the VA.
Yes. How do we start applying for those options?
And so it would be me having a conversation with you to verify some information to get it into review.
Okay, then you can start the process and they can take over while we're. You can start it now.
Okay. Let me get that pulled up. So you guys are back to living in the home?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. My computer is stalling here. Getting to that screen. One moment.
See what banks they try.
So did you move
They don't want you to do
for
that.
employment? Was it a
I'll tell
military
you in a
move?
second.
It was a military move.
And you are able to afford the payment going forward?
Yes.
Okay. Do you occupy the property as your primary residence?
Yes.
Do you intend to keep the home?
Yes.
Do you, as the borrowers and any other obligors, have stable and reliable sources of income?
Yes.
A loan modification is one option that may be available to you, which does not involve paying the total due at once or paying it off over several months. Another option may be the VA Servicing Purchase Program. With this program, the VA would purchase and modify the loan, then assume servicing of your loan going forward. These programs are offered based on a review of all home retention options available and qualifying criteria. You should expect a response in writing or by email within the next 30 days, providing the results of our review and additional instructions. Would you like to proceed with having your loan evaluated to see what you qualify for?
Yes.
Perfect. To ensure you receive your documents timely, can you confirm which is the correct mailing address for everyone on the note entitled to the house?
Yes.
I would like to take a moment to go over the names I see to make sure the information is current and accurate so we don't run into paperwork challenges down the road. The goal is to make this as easy as possible. I do see there's also resources available to help you stay on track. Information regarding homeownership counseling services can be found in your monthly billing statement or online at myloanshare.com by selecting the mortgage assistance tab and scrolling to helpful resources. If retention options are not available to you, there may be other options to avoid foreclosure. Avoiding foreclosure is the number one priority. Foreclosure is a stressful process and it can be damaging to your credit and your finances overall. However, we are here to help you alleviate the possible impact of foreclosure. One option may be selling your home. You may have the ability to sell your home and use equity if applicable to pay your loan in full and use any extra equity towards a fresh start. If you are unable to sell your home for what you owe, there may be options for selling your home for less than what you owe, which is called a short sale, or transferring the property back to the lender, which is referred to as a deed in lieu of foreclosure. Neither of these options are guaranteed, but they are worth exploring as alternatives to foreclosure. Thank you so much for taking the time to go over this with me today. As I mentioned, within the next 30 days, we'll get documents mailed out to you to your mailing address to review, sign, notarize, and get back to us with the options available to get this back on track. Is there anything else I can assist with today?
No.
Thank you so much for calling in to Lakeview. We do appreciate your time and business, and you guys have a great day.
So you're mailing out the application to them? Is that what you're saying? Or you already reviewing it?
No, it's going to be in review. There's no application that needs to be sent in.
Sounds good.
It's just going to get into review now.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Thank you for calling in to Lakeview.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So the difference with VAs is that process is like different. So they don't ask you a ton of stuff. And the reason being because y'all veterans. It's like you notice, there's a couple of things I wanted to point out with the conversation. and if you ever, God willing, you don't go through this again, but they always will, and just life happens, it just is
Yeah.
life, but it's fine. But you notice how she was not she was trying to lead you to stay with them, right?
Yeah.
That's the bank. That's all you thinking about when you're talking to the bank. They do not care about the house. They're trying to figure out a way to keep you to get the money without telling you have options. So they would have never told you that. That's why I kept saying no, we don't want to do that. But if you want now, I was basically telling her without saying it, like, hey, if you want some money, if you want us to stay with you, this is how you have to do it. I give you 2 payments. I'm not giving you 4, right? So when she rejected it, I said, okay, just let me do the options then. Now she has a right. She have to give you the information.
So we did the modification. They made us sign. We did that. This is how we got denied. We did that whole packet.
That's a different thing.
Okay, I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, we were applying for, I forget.
Was it the hardship?
Yeah, applying for a hardship, and they denied us on the hardship. So
yeah, see, that's different. Yeah, so hardships and modifications is different. Like they truly, it's so hard not to get approved for a modification. It has to be that you didn't say something, or it's like you have no way of keeping it. Like no way. That's when where it's like a waste of time. So we just deny you. Hardship, hardship. It had to be like when COVID was going on, or with the flood, for example. Those types of stuff they automatically give you. Hardships is kind of different. That's different, and it's difficult too. You have to be some event going on in the country or something like that for them to just let you go through it real easily,
Okay.
Yeah, but y'all should be good. So, and another thing, she didn't say this, but they can't foreclose you while you're in this process. It's impossible.
Right.
She wasn't saying so much stuff because she want to make you pay money. That's all it is. They can't do nothing to you while this process is going on right now.
Yeah, that's what so when we initially started talking, before we knew about the VA memorandum, it's like, well, once we were debating on doing the appeal while we were trying to sell it, once we put it on the market, like, okay, when should we submit the appeal? Because they had 30 days to review the appeal. But while it was in review for the appeal, they couldn't do anything. But we ended up not doing that because
of the moratorium set by the VA on foreclosures.
Moratorium, yeah, right.
I was wrong word, I guess.
Was that the hardship when y'all were doing the hardship?
Yeah. So we applied for the hardship, and then they said, "Oh, you can
Do an
appeal for the hardship."
Mm-hmm.
But then when we were calling about the appeal for the hardship, they said, hey, there's a moratorium by the VA till January 1st, basically.
December 31st.
Mm-hmm.
Basically January 1st.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's on the with the VA when it comes to hardships too. That's like, it's so much stuff that's padded into VA loans and stuff like that, because they don't, for one, you're a service member, so they try to make it to where it's not, as difficult and help you out. And then, but on the modification side with the banks, that stops their foreclosure too, because you are now saying, hey, I'm trying to contest it, essentially. So while you are contesting it, they can't by right just take your house, because you saying, hey, I'm about to keep it. And it's documented, right? It's being recorded on the line, and she is in the notes. It can't do nothing to you at this point. A lot of stuff, it just seemed like she just wasn't too concerned about trying to help on the other options, but just trying to get money. Just trying to do a job, basically. Like, hey, my job is to get payment, basically, and not offer stuff. So you have to know what to say. And it's other options too. I just wanted her to say those 3. Which is good. We want to know which one is the best one for you. I can tell you right now, the 41, if they probably gonna come back with the 40-year one, or they're gonna come back with the VA one. Like, let the VA just take this over. And what they do and how they make money, they are now gonna sell your note to them. So they'll make money when they transfer that note like that. Just get a little of something from it.
Sounds good.
So will we still be able to do this subject to?
Yeah, 100%. So the next step is once they send you the package, you sign it or review it. Your process was different with this bank. They saying they already reviewing it and they sending it out to you. So when you send it out, you're gonna read all these options. You want to pick the best option. Like what's the lowest payment? So that typically they'll put it on a 40-year term, which would be a lower payment or right at the same payment, but they get the interest over time. That's why they don't care about it, right? Or they're gonna offer you the VA one, right? And let the VA take it over. I think option number one wasn't too much in their favor. Sounded like
Yeah.
didn't it sound like they would just make everything stay the
They were
same?
just they were resetting it basically.
Well, I don't think they were resetting it necessarily. I think it was they would pad all the current or the pad the
Payments into.
pad the payments into the span of the mortgage.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, over the span of a 30, and then
Yeah.
2 was the 40, and then 3 was the VA.
Yeah, so sometimes, see, you don't have what you call a HUD back loan. They would take that whole payment and just put it in a non-interest bearing account. So when you refinance, it just pays it off and your payments stay the same. Nothing changes, but it'll be sitting there like a loan from the HUD. But it's not a HUD, it's HUD, it's VA. So, but cool. It'll probably go up slightly if they do number one. Or number 3, you don't know what that'll be because the VA will take that over. And they may drop it. If they drop it, it makes it more favorable to a buyer because the 6.5 is a higher rate. You typically don't want, you want to be 5 and under, you know, when you holding property as like a long-term rental or whatever strategy you use because of the mortgage, you know.
Yeah, right now the interest rate that we have is 6.25.
Okay. 6.25. So, but yeah, good stuff. Hopefully, I think it'll work out. It's just that you just got to know what to say, man. And that's why I like trying to, first I get an option, like, hey, we can play with you. That's basically what I be saying to them. Like, hey, we can let you continue this, but if not, we got to go this route. They never tell you that. They don't offer that stuff unless you know. Yeah.
So, how likely are buyers to take this route?
Yeah, so it's easy. So once you accept it, they go and do the subject to thing. So we won't even have to be a trial period anymore where you paying the payments and it's on a warranty deed. It'll just close within like 2 to 4 weeks from that point. Because everything is cleared up. Only thing that won't transfer would be the insurance. They'll change the insurance out in like 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay. So would the buyer have to agree to the subject to, or would it just be like, that's like, because like I know when we were talking about, Shania and I were talking about like instead of selling, I think you were saying something about like selling from the owner, like buying from the owner and basically paying the owner. She was saying that that's like some people take it and some people don't. It was like kind of, Shania.
Rent to own.
No.
No.
Owner finance? Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
Owner
That's
finance?
yeah.
No, see,
So
seller.
that's different.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. 'Cause I remember you were saying that and how some buyers weren't like, it's like a kind of a long shot depending on if they're going to take it. So I just want to make sure that's not like going to be the same issue.
No.
No. This part that we're going through is the hurdle.
Okay.
Right? Once the feet hit the track, we just sprint toward the finish line. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all it's about. The subject to is the same thing. It's just the loan, the deed, the loan stays in your own name, the deed of transfer title. That's it.
Okay.
You get all these documents to sign with all of this information, power of attorney stuff, so they can, all of the things. It's like, I can run down all of those things when we get to that point. A transaction coordinator will do that.
But yeah, Chad, you said that you had work for me if I did programming.
Yeah. So I'm delving into like artificial intelligence and bots that can do a ton of like communicating for
Oh,
for like outreach. So you ever heard of a Go High Level CRM or customer relationship management tool?
is it similar to like the little chatbot that you see in the bottom of like websites nowadays, or is
Yeah,
it some
similar. Yeah,
similar?
yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like artificial intelligence, basically, right? So
Mhm.
Go High Level is a CRM that we use to do outreach to sellers. So you'll get a text saying, "Hey, Zach, what's going on?" And you'll say, "Hey, what's up?" Whatever. Then they'll start talking to you like, "You interested in selling your house at 123 Main?" Whatever. That's all a bot you talking to, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
just highly trained, and then it's just a person to pull out the warm lead. And you also have like these other artificial tools that uses voice. Like they can call you, and it's an actual artificial. It's AI talking to you, like in a human voice, right?
That's so creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So my thing is moreover like if you wanted the ability to, because I know there's some remote spots out in North Carolina, even if like you're like basically there's spots in North Carolina where you just cannot get cell phone coverage. Period. I have the ability to set up things for like your car, where your car could be a have access to a satellite.
Oh, that sounds kind of deep.
So like if you I mean it'd basically be just not strapping, but attaching a Starlink dish to the top of your vehicle, and you would have internet wherever you want to have internet, right?
Oh, okay. That's kind of like if I want to have a Sprinter van or something.
I mean, you could do it on a sprinter van. You could also do it like on just any vehicle. But like I do that sort of stuff. I do routing, switching, like basically setting up offices with Wi-Fi and pretty much anything with networking.
Okay,
Hmm.
cool. I have to think
Yeah,
how I
that's
can plug that in. Man, that's pretty dope. I know Sandeep loving this conversation. He's sitting here beside me, so on this computer and stuff. But yeah, man, I have to talk to you. We could probably figure some other stuff out once I just show you what I'm talking about. You're
yeah.
probably like, oh yeah, this is easy. It's just API integration on some stuff as well.
Okay.
Cool, man. I hope everything get cleared up and
Yeah.
we'll be able to take care of you all for sure.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. We'll be in touch. I will have Shanita reach out to you, get your information so I can hop on a call separate and I can just show you some stuff.
Yeah, I copied down your number. I was actually gonna, before you typed in the chat, I was going to send you a text to communicate during the call. But
Okay, you got my number ready?
yeah, because you have it on there.
Oh yeah,
On your-
yeah. I about to say yes. It shows up on my thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, no, this sounds really promising because we were kind of like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
So
And you probably like it's when I showed it to some veterans too. A lot of you all friends move a lot. So I it's super common for me to once I do this for you, you'll start telling your friends like, hey, this is what we did. Boom. And y'all start making referral fees. We get like $1,000 each time somebody do that to the person. Between $1,000 to $1,500, depending on the equity too that they have. So you basically set up a whole business with this. I have people like set business up like this. They just start finding deals like this, and I just keep paying them like 15, $2,000 each time.
I do have one last question. So when it gets to closing, we were like when we were first talking about closing before this, there was the net seller sheet. So with everything at closing, with like closing fees and stuff like that, would we walk away with anything, or would it just be? Cause we are like.
It depends on like what's the cost of it is too. Like sometimes I'm always trying to, like, even if they underwater, like knowing nothing, I'm always like, hey, at least try to give them like $2,000 or something, like moving the headache. Because a lot of times there's nothing they can do. If it's too far, you just basically saving your credit, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because they have to pay a Shanita as well as closing costs. So that's
Yeah.
money out of pocket, and they can't do nothing with the home. It's no,
Yeah.
you can't flip it at this point. You got to wait.
Because the reason, like, I think after paying Shanita, paying for the repairs and the AC unit, we were like looking to walk away with about, $3,000.
About $3,000. Yeah. Somewhere around there.
At this point, I'm just happy with saving my credit.
I know. I was wondering if that was still an option or is it like.
Yeah,
Not.
I'm not sure. Like, honestly,
Okay.
I don't like to say stuff that don't see
Yeah.
what's all need to be done to the house?
We just got a bunch of repairs done, so there's like.
I sent the
Oh, I
invoice
look
over.
at it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at
That's
no
okay.
folder. Like, I have
That's okay.
a ton of stuff that I do. I normally look at the deals if somebody look at it, but Jason been having my number for a long time, and he just reached out to me because I do a ton of these creative stuff.
Yeah, so I gave Jason the current mortgage statement, the HVAC balance or the payoff statement, and the repairs that was done to the property as well before we put it on the market.
Okay, yeah, the pitch, it's on the market, so the pitch is on there as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a look at it. I really haven't done nothing. I like blank canvases anyway, though. I don't like to come in with a lot of information. Just let me.
So like right now, like because a lot of people are saying like, oh, there needs to be more work done to the house. And I think Shania and I, the only thing that really could be done is the carpet upstairs, but we got like almost everything taken care of, or a new fence. Like, those are the two things that I'm seeing as like possible issues. That fence is old as dirt. But there's not like, I don't see why people are like, what else do you want?
Yeah, okay, cool. I'll take a look at it. And again, you got my number. Y'all can text me anytime. And I'll be in touch to get something done on the tech side. Yeah. Well, cool. It's so good speaking with y'all over these holidays.
Thank you,
Chad.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, cool. All right, Shanita, I'm going to talk to you for like 2 more minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, all.
See you. Bye.
Bye. All right, so, what was I about to tell you? Freak, I left my train of thought. But, so, you're going to be here over the holidays and next week and stuff like that?
Yes.
Because I'll probably be back up through there. I'll probably just text you before then. But before I get on, I know you got that property you're going to send, I guess, whenever you talk to him, and being that you understand what I do creatively, like we can put down payments, like if you have a $4 million house and it has $2 million in equity or whatever, I can give him like $500,000 down, basically, if he wanted to, and take over the rest of the payments, as well as create a note to him. So it's called a hybrid deal, right? Yeah. So all of that's different stuff you can talk about, and we can set up a Zoom too at some point to go over like how we can create like a pipeline or whatever to do these deals too. So, but yeah, I'll text you later and we'll figure something out. And this one should be good. And I'm going to be working on all of this stuff so it can close. This one in particular can kind of go faster. That's why I'm going to look over all the information myself and we'll go from there. All right, Shanita.
Sounds like a plan.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Talk to you.
I appreciate you. Okay.
All right.